Palantir fan club. All right, I know you're celebrating now. You're having some good momentum. In this video, we're going to talk about Palantir. This is where we're on right now, daily time frame. So we're definitely going to talk about that. And we're also going to get into CrowdStrike. I'm going to show CrowdStrike also too. We're going to go over these charts, all right? Because, hey, why not? So this is Palantir. We're going to go over that one first. Now look, guys, I had shouted this out before when we were in this area, when we were around $20 to $21. I was like, hey, buy zone. So I want to make sure everybody knows, hey, if you're picking some up, I was saying down here in this area, okay? Because the stock was interacting with that level. See, look here too, right? Here. Okay, so here, the stock hit that price, bounced up again, like it was walking on the floor of a house. Okay, it bounced up. It was support. So I was saying anything between this $21 and $20 level is some good support. Pick it up here, buy here. We were above this 200-day moving average, which is great. You want to be above that. And we held, like when we're holding 1, 2, 3 times, come on. Hey, so at that time, we were probably just holding 2 times, and I was saying, hey, buy here. Okay, so this is great. So now, what do? Where are we? What is it looking like? But let me tell you this just right now. So if this baby comes down, not saying that it will, but if it does, same zone, people, rinse and repeat. Buy again in this zone, not financial advice, but if it worked before, it can work again. It works until it doesn't, okay? You could always put a stop loss under here to sell if you go like a little too low, whatever you want your cutoff to be, okay? So you don't hold it all the way into down into some wherever, okay? So now, let's look at what we're doing now. So wait, right about now, we're trading here, $25.22. The market is closed while I'm taping this, okay? So we had some problems, some selling around these areas, okay? I just drew this trend line, okay? You see here, when the stock came up to this area, what price are we talking about? Where we're at now, pretty much, right? There was selling when the stock hit that area. Selling again when it hit that area, came down. Broke through for a little bit, but came back and resistance again. People sold. The stock hit its head on the ceiling of a house, if you want to call it, when we tried to pop above before. This was earnings that happened, right? Okay, have a little gap up, but it was like, oh, not so fast. Boom, came back down again. All right, so now here you see we got a little bit above it, and here we are back to the same situation. Okay, so if you see a little hesitancy and it comes down a little bit, well, you know why. We've had the same issue at this price point before. Okay, same issues, rinse and repeat. Okay, so you can know if you always want to just swing trade some of this. This is your buy zone down in here, this level, right? And then when you get up in here, you see this is the majority we always usually get here. We've gotten here before 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Okay, so you know you could easily sell, you could easily buy some here, you could easily sell some here. All right, and rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. It's a good way to, make some change. Okay, so now what are we gonna do? Like I said, we could go down a little bit. The good news is this orange line, 200-day moving average, 50-day, 20-day moving average. These things over here that I'm talking about. You want the stock to be above all 3, and we are. So will we get back to this point? All right. Will we get back to this level up here? See how we were a little higher before? So let's just call this another zone. All right. If you're selling, right, if you're going to sell some, because some people will, everybody's not going to hold forever, right? If you're going to sell some in here, because you don't know how high it'll go. If you just wanted to sell a little bit, because see how we went all the up to here, but one time we didn't. So you can let a little bit, sell a little bit like that. And then when we come down, maybe this will be support, and then we keep going. That's the wish of everybody, okay? Now, you see this purple line, this purple dotted line? This is earnings coming up, okay? Going into earnings, since we're up 73% for the year, this is where we're at. This is for 3 months, 1 month, up 20% for the month. Okay, so if we go well strong into earnings, maybe we'll break above this line, and keep going up towards earnings, okay? Because you see how we popped before on earnings, okay? So maybe we'll do that again, because see down here too, February, I'm on the left side of the screen, lower down here, right? So maybe that, look at this pop. We went from here all the way to up here, okay? So maybe that will happen again. That same kind of flow. So I wanted to make sure I showed you all of that. And look at here, technicals, strong buy. That's beautiful. Analyst, neutral. Okay. But so technicals, strong buy. That's cute. Adorable. So I'm so happy about what they're doing there. This is also Palantir. You can see it right there. It says it, okay, at the top. So this is their financials, okay? You can see the quarter. This is the sales right here, everybody. Okay, 2.3 billion. So that's cute. That's adorable. Now, we're going to move on. Wait, hold on. One other thing I'll show you, Palantir. I wanted to show you this. It's a 9. That's sexy. I love when stock is, once we're like 8, 9, 10, oh my gosh, it's like, okay, great. It's like sing to me. It's beautiful. The only thing I don't like about Palantir, truthfully, you see how all this sideways action, like, just like, where are we going? We're not going anywhere. It's a lot of wasted time, okay? Because I'm talking about making money, okay? I'm talking about making money. That's why I'm here, right? Okay, so this is a long time for my money to go this sideways. So this is why, when I do it, I'm like from here to there, and then I let go. And then I'll buy in low, and I'll sell high, and I let go. So I'm not, because there's other things. But, not knocking Palantir, because of course it's adorable. CrowdStrike. Whoa. Hello. Okay. Suki. Look at this chart. Oh my God. Am I the only one who's like, oh, I love when it goes in this direction? Okay. Yeah, it's a little bumpy here. But overall, for a long time, it's going in a nice trend here. This is 2023. Lower bottom of the screen on the left here. 2023 doing this thing. You can't knock it. You could, but hey, why hate? Appreciate. We could all make the money. So this is like 170, up for the year. So that's cool. All right, that's cool. So what is this? Technicals is a buy. Analyst strong buy. All right. Let's look at this chart because there's some pros and some cons, right? And this is why I'm here to say it. Because do you see it? Do you see it? All right. Let's just look at this a little bit. Now, the good news is, once again, we're above the gold, purple, and green. All the moving averages. We want to be above it, and we are. That gives us support. Okay. But, all right. Let me just draw this right here. Okay. You see how we're having some hesitancy here, right? The stock was trying to get through, and it didn't. Okay, so it's bumping its head on the ceiling. So are we going to bump our head and go down? Why am I bringing that up? Or are we going to keep bumping our head and then eventually break through, right? Because obviously we can. Eventually stocks have to, right? One of the reasons why I'm a little uncomfortable right now, see that? Nothing's in there. That's right. Nothing. Look at that air. Look at that air. I got a problem with that. Why? Gap. Hold on. Gap fill. Alrighty. Everybody who don't know what the gap fill is and all this. Alrighty. It's about, will this stock, that hollow space I showed you, will it come back? Look. See this? See this empty space right there? Okay, that's the gap. And usually sometimes the stock will come back down to fill it, to fill up the dead air. Some stocks do not like this little empty gap. So the stock will come back down just to like fill up, it's called gap fill, to fill that gap, and then it'll keep going. So if that's the point, you see what I'm trying to say to you? We have this air right here. Will it come back down to fill this area and then keep going up? All right. So you got to be aware of that just in case it does, because when you see, just give me a second. When you see over here, see this little bit of air? Look, stop, back down, this red candle to fill this little area, and then it kept going. Okay. And then even look at this air. What does stock come? This tail comes back down to fill this little area. The stock still fills this space. For whatever reason, stocks don't like that. All right. So, and you see there's a little bit of gap here too, but it doesn't have to fill the gap, but it can. So will it happen? Will it come back down to fill this gap? Where are we talking about? So yeah, so this is like warning. So will it come just to here, or will we come down to here? Let's just split the difference. Let's just go something like this. What if it does that? What if we go, because nothing has to be exact. If we come down to $354, something like that. All right. What if you see before how when, I'm trying to make it perfect. You see where I'm lining it up, right? Okay. Oops. Take that out. See before here, we hit our head. If someone sold, we hit our head on the ceiling, came down, right? Hit our head, came down, hit our head on the ceiling. So will we come here? Will the ceiling now be support, a floor? Ceilings become floors, okay? Like that, and then go up, all right? So that's what I'm saying. We might not just pierce straight through. So if you're trying to get into position, I'm saying this for everybody who's trying to get into position. So you know we may come down a little bit, and then this moving average too, so maybe we're just going to be touching nicely on this and then going like this. Will we come down even lower to try to fill, so you just got to be careful. You have to be careful around here. You have to be careful. One of the good things, also, okay, another thing. Do you see? Like, we have some other things going. All right. We're bumping into this trend line. See what I mean? We're bumping into that trend line. Something to be aware of, because if we bump into it, okay, we could bump right back off of it or just ride against it like it's been doing. So, so we have a little resistance above us here too. So just something to know. So be aware. I wanted to make sure you're aware of these little different things and stuff to bring that up. Okay. This is CrowdStrike here. How do you know? Top right, okay, of the screen. See, okay. I just circled say CrowdStrike. Look, okay, this is the numbers, just in case you want to see it. Okay, for sales, 3.2 bill, right? CrowdStrike. What was Palantir? 2.3 bill. Alrighty. I know it's difference, but I'm just showing it. Okay, so that's something to know. Just comparing a little bit, apples and oranges, but still. Okay, so just wanted to bring that, that information to you. Okay, are we going to fill the gap? We don't know, but you don't want to find out the hard way. And there's a little bit of resistance above us. So, we have to be careful out there. I'm going to leave you with this quote. Philosophy begins in wonder. Socrates. Okay, so philosophy begins in wonder. I wonder what's going to happen. Will we have to come back down? Will we fill that gap? We don't know. But philosophy begins in wonder. Will we break up? Will we break through it and go up? We could. I have to tell you both sides because that's the only fair. I'm not going to gas you up and just say, oh yes, she's just going to keep going straight up. That's ridiculous. Can't do that. So maybe we'll stop here. Maybe we'll stop down here, lower. We don't know. Philosophy begins in wonder. All right, but you need to know your levels, your prices, so you can do educated buys, okay, and not just buying at the top and something come down and you're like, what happened? Okay, Miss Moneymaker, anything that moves. Click like, click subscribe. Stay green.